screaming out your name. Legends never die. They never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's new.
It's deep in their bones, they'll run into smoke when the fire is fierce. Oh, pick yourself up, 'cause legends never die. Legends never die. Legends never die. Legends never die.
Legends never die. They're written down in eternity.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at GECE NASCAR. We're live at Dover for 80 laps of exciting racing. We have in the booth with us today Joseph Barrow as usual, Hanneman as usual as our race control, and we also have Cochran as usual. So guys, obviously, you know, in the past we've seen short tracks give us a little bit of tribulation as far as cautions go. We do have a few good drivers out there that are definitely putting down some good laps. But maybe any foreseen issues you guys think we might have, or do you think this is going to be straight and green all the way?
Well, straight and green, I'm not too sure if that's going to be the name of the game tonight, especially with the update that came out with all the track, all the marbles and stuff like that on the track, and just how you overuse the track, I guess you could say. But with tonight, you know, 90 laps, 45 is halfway point, and that's going to be the stage point for tonight. I'm pretty sure when those tires get worn in, you're going to see some slipping and sliding. You're going to see some hard battles going on because they're already standing at 3 wide in some sections of the practice right now. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have some elbows out racing as we're race 8 now of the GEC NASCAR Street Limit Truck Series League. So, no, it's going to be a lot of fun tonight. I'm excited to see what happens, and I definitely don't think it's going to be caution-free. Barrow, what do you think?
I'm with you on that because, you know, the more laps they put on the track, the more rubber's going to be on the track, and then turn 2 is already sketchy. And it's just, when you wear your tires out, it's just going to get a little worse out of turn 2. It's going to be tricky, not smacking that wall.
And I'm not too sure. Sorry about that, Griffin, but I'm not too sure if you know, iRacing's really been updating it, but for practice sessions going on with the actual track itself. When people go into the practice sessions and they do the burnout, so they do spin out and they put some extra marbles on the track, the practice state carries over from practice session. So if someone does burnouts in qualifying, that actually does add up onto the actual race instead of the race. So keeping tire temps tonight, keeping your nose clean, trying to stay out of the wake of other drivers. We know dirty air is a huge thing. You're definitely going to see some manipulation of the drivers tonight to keep the trucks in one piece by the end of it.
Speaking of, how long of a run do you guys think before those tires actually start to wear off?
I think the best one to talk about would be Cochran. He had a fast truck last season. Cochran, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, Barrow said you're tight off turn 2, you're going to get in the wall, but you're also loose off turn 4. You'll see some people wagging the tail down the front stretch there. But yeah, I think it's going to come down to fuel strategy. To me, I want fresh tires at Dover if it's a 2-lap run. As soon as you start heating up the tires and you get a chance to get a caution or something, I want to get new tires because you never know how it's going to play out. I think the last season in the truck race, Hanneman actually wrecked me, if I remember right. You can correct me. Wow. But luckily, it put me on a fuel strategy that no one else was on, other than maybe you, Griffin. I think you were the other truck.
Yeah.
Maybe on that strategy, and I ended up winning. I think you had a good finish too. So, you know, if you can get fresh tires, you get them. That's how I play it.
Already throwing shade. It's been 5 minutes of the broadcast.
It's a fact. It's a fact. We can go check the TPS report if you want.
Oh.
Pull out the archive.
13 into 89 out there.
Hopefully we don't see a lot of that tonight.
Well, we're going to go ahead and pull up a couple drivers, guys, and see what they have to say. Anybody have anybody in mind? Barrow, go ahead and pick a driver for an interview.
Let's see one we ain't pulled up. What about, have we pulled up Elsie? Or Eller?
Eller?
69 or the 38 truck?
I don't think so. Where is he? I see him.
He is at Dover.
I see him. Well, I appreciate that. But we're going to go ahead and pull up the 69 car and see what he has to say about Dover tonight. So we got a connection with the 69 car of Eller. Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy? Seems like we're having a communication issue with the 69. Oh, I heard him a little bit.
Back. Fantastic. Sorry, had my mic muted.
There you. No problem. So we just wanted to talk to you tonight about Dover and what were your feelings about tonight and maybe even possibly for the rest of the season.
Man, I'm nervous about it, to be honest. The track's pretty slippery, and it seems pretty narrow. There's a lot of competition, I guess, getting out here near the end of the season. I'm in it just for the bragging rights, you know, but it's still pretty fun competing with all these guys. So my main goal is try to finish the best I can without messing anybody else's race up.
Well, and again, for drivers that have not already done it, this is a good chance to punch that ticket into the playoffs. Any good chance can put you up front. And in all honesty, it's hard to pass on this track, so you might even have a good chance of placing pretty well. Right now, it looks like. Let me go check. I don't want to put my foot in my proverbial mouth, but. It looks like in the driver's standings, you're 14th. So having a win will definitely help get you into that stratosphere, but we do have a few races left. Do you think you're gonna be able to propel into the playoffs and make an appearance this season?
It's my ultimate goal. I'm gonna try my best to get there. I'm gonna try to fight for a win, obviously. But if anything else, I'm gonna try to rack up the points to at least get me in the playoffs there.
Well, with the tracks, what'd you say, Barrow?
I point his way in.
Yeah, but well, and again, he's got some good tracks before we actually get to the playoffs. We have Atlanta and Nashville Super Speedway. What are your feelings about maybe those tracks?
I don't have the warm and fuzzies about Nashville, but we'll see how that works out. Daytona, that's going to be another run, kind of like Daytona. I mean, like Talladega. I think if you ever lose the lead cars up there, it's over with. So I'm just going to try my best, work on an advantageous pit strategy, and hopefully it all works out for us.
Well, either way, Eller, we appreciate you coming out tonight. Hopefully you go out there and punch that ticket, and we look forward to seeing what you got. Good luck, sir.
I'm hoping I can do it. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Good luck.
Alrighty, so anybody else? Hanneman, who would you like to talk to?
Oh, there's a lot of drivers I want to talk to. Let's I kind of want to pull up Whitaker on NBC Motorsports here in the Truck Series.
Yep. Stand by. So we have a connection with the 21 of Whitaker out there on the track here at Dover at the moment. Whitaker, Jamie up in the booth, you got a copy?
Sure do, buddy.
Hey, so how we feel about tonight? You know, being Dover, 80 laps out here. What's your comfortability and what do you think is gonna happen?
I mean, I've got a pretty good feel of the track. I think I have a pretty good finish last week, and hopefully build on that from last week.
With only 2 races left after this one, Atlanta and Nashville Super Speedway, to get into the playoffs, do you already have your ticket? Are you already pointed in right at the moment, or let me go check where you're actually currently at?
I'm sitting P11 in standings right now. Good finish here, and a good finish next week. I should be hopefully in the playoffs. I'm gonna be points racing tonight, so I've kind of sat back and just kind of got the feel for the trucks and stuff the first couple races. So now that I got the feel for it, I'm pretty sure I can do pretty good here and get it all, you know, taken care of, get to where I need to be.
Well, we look forward to seeing it out there, man, because definitely MPC is begging for those points, if you would say, this season. If anything that we can scratch out and get out there, man, good luck, sir. We hope the best.
Before you actually leave there, Whitaker, just
sorry.
a quick question from Hanneman in the booth here. You know, with our different style of racing we have here in the Truck Series, I know in the Cup Series we do a double stage, we do cautions. You know, coming to the Truck Series and having that bit of a rolling stage, especially on a track like this, do you think what are the benefits to you tonight for the 45 lap stage run we're going to have at the rolling stage?
It's difficult because I don't understand how the whole rolling stage thing fully works yet. I just learned about it last week actually, with winning pole at Charlotte last week and being in the top 10 there. I think I like the rolling stage a lot better than having a caution just because it helps with pit strategy a lot more when you have a caution right there at lap 45 or however many laps it's going to be until you get that caution. It just kind of throws my original pit strategies off, and as you guys know, I have a legit spotter that runs everything for me, so he kind of controls that area of everything. So
Well, hopefully for tonight, your spotter's on point, helping you out with the black box controls on the top of the pit box, and your spotter's also helping out where they can. But hopefully you see you at the end, giving you the interview in the top 3. But yeah, as always, good luck. Stay safe, keep the tires underneath you tonight, and hopefully you have a good drive off tonight. We'll see you at the end.
yes, sir. Thank you.
Alrighty. We got enough time maybe for one more. Cochran, anybody you would like to hear from tonight?
Yeah, I'd love to talk to Ashley if he's available.
Yeah. So we got a connection with the 55 of Ashley. Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, there he is. Ashley, so I'll let Cochran go ahead and take over this interview. He does have to qualify, so let's keep that in mind. I want to get him back down for that.
I just want to ask you a quick question. It looks like you're the leader in the points of everyone that hasn't won a race yet. And are you sitting on your points to ride into the playoffs, or you're hoping to push hard and get a win to guarantee it?
Oh, no, I absolutely am not pushing to get a win. I'm just trying to survive this race. As you can see in the practice, I'm struggling a little bit.
Yeah, Dover can beat you up a lot, but like we said, we were saying a little pre-race that you're tight off 2 and loose off of 4, but it all comes down to saving tires and having the right pit strategy. So good luck out there tonight.
Thank you. You too.
Cochran, I didn't know you were racing tonight. He said you too.
I know that's a Brian Regan joke. You too.
All right, well, we are getting started with our qualifiers at the moment. So, guys, with the race coming up, obviously we got to do our segment, Who's Your Pick? We're going to go ahead and start with Hanneman tonight.
Pre-race before the broadcast started, there was a lot of talks of who was going to take which driver tonight for all the fans out there. There's been talks on Wilson. There's been talks on Simmons. Tonight, though, I did say I was going to go with one of the newer drivers in the league. I was going to go with Eller tonight. So I'm locking in the 69 truck. Eller's been putting on some great performances here in the last little bit since he joined the league, and I'm excited to see what he does tonight on this tricky track, and hopefully he can keep the tires underneath him. Griffin, who do you got?
Me?
I lost it there.
Well, in all honesty, tonight, there's a lot of good drivers out there. I'm going to have to go for the double whammy, and I want to say one of the Yancey brothers are going to take it tonight. Cochran, who's your pick?
I know he didn't sound too confident, but he's been consistent all season. I'm going to go with Ashley.
Go with Ashley?
Yes, sir.
And Barrow, who is your pick?
I
left them open for you.
I know you did, but you just gave it to me, so I can't take it like that. I think I'm gonna go with. Who'd you pick? You picked Eller.
I picked Eller.
I think I'm gonna go with LZ. 38.
So Griffin's got one of the Yancey brothers, rather that being the 98 or the 24. We have Cochran with Ashley in the 55. Hanneman has the 69 of Eller, and we have Barrow at the last pick with the 38 of LZ, currently qualified P4, provisional P4. So we wait for all the other drivers to finish off here. What's the expectation here? I do a lot of side bets with a lot of the guys at StreetLimit and a couple other friends that watch the actual NASCAR league, and we always bet over/under on the first caution. I know it's broadcasters saying that it can be a slippery slope, but with a lot of skilled drivers on the track tonight, I think we can get some good runs in. I'm hoping everyone waits for the tires to show up. You know, everyone works in that track, works in the double lines. I'm thinking we're not getting a caution until lap 30.
All right. Well, I'll take that bet. I'm going to go ahead and say 31.
Okay, going for the one over. Barrow, do you think over under 30?
I'm gonna say under.
Under 30.
Yeah, because I think they're gonna get a little racy, and I think that I think turn 2 is gonna collect somebody before lap 30.
Cochran, last but not least, you have the floor. Where do you think the first caution is going to fly out? Over under 30?
Yeah, I'll take under 20.
Under 20.
All right.
There.
This is one of those tracks that just comes out and gets you. You sit in your car pre-race and you go, hey, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to save my tires. I'm not going to push too hard. And then you get that first guy gives you a little door in the lap 3 or 4, and you say, hey, game on, and then before you know it, all wrecks are breaking loose.
You're not wrong.
We got 15 people in here watching right now, so let them chime in the chat and over or under 30.
Over or under 30 for the first caution. All right, guys, it looks like they are joining the track right at the moment. We are going to go ahead and under 10. We're going to go ahead and roll with our national anthem, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and God bless America.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Rozon, how you
We're back.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we are back from the national anthem. Thank you all for showing up tonight. Starting lineup is going to be the 71 of Gallman in first place, 89 of Wilson in second on the outside. LZ is going to be right runner-up behind Gallman in the 38, and then we have the 00 of Walt. Here we go. Green flag is about to drop. We are green, green, green.
Oh,
No.
passing before the start-finish line.
Yeah.
Is that what that was?
That's a 13. That's a black
Right.
flag.
I'm not showing him with one yet.
No, he's going down serving that black flag right now.
Is it? Yep. I didn't show it.
Oh, that is no good. You do not want to get a black
Yeah.
flag this early on this track. But as we ride along with Gallman up here up front, these guys look like they're keeping it in a pretty decent straight line. I don't see too much chaos going on. These guys are definitely holding it together out there.
Really got spaced out quick.
They
Yeah,
did.
Wow. I figured they would have been pretty close to each other, but now the tires are probably going to start running out. Well, and you're going to be running into traffic.
Starting to see some people make some moves there.
Yeah, we got the 51 on the outside of the 74. That was a pretty close call right there, but they managed to hold it together coming out of 3 and 4.
Oh, kicking in the wall.
Oh, 51
Oh,
there was 21. Oh,
They're keeping it straight, keeping it straight.
Haggard door.
and that's going to be our
That's a caution.
first yellow right there, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, that was earlier than we all suspected. But they're going to go ahead and get it re-racked. Let's go ahead and take a look. Looks like 51 into the outside wall, down into Whitaker. Whitaker hits that inside wall, comes back up, taps the 12 or the 42, but the 26 tried to get out of the way, but came right up into the 51, and that's what actually caused that caution to come out. So we're going to go ahead and go back live, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can bring up one of those drivers. Go ahead and try to bring up Whitaker
Claim
and
that caution if you think that was your fault or not.
because Whitaker got the brunt of that one, unfortunately. We got the 21. Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy, Whitaker? Hey, buddy. Unfortunately, we seen that, man. That was a tragic hit to that inside wall, causing a lot of damage to that truck. Unfortunately, I'm sure you had to use your fast repair. What happened?
Yeah. The 51 just, I think he got up into the wall there and just came down and kind of doored me on my outside and threw me down to the inside. So it's unfortunate, but it happens. Luckily I have a fast repair, so.
Definitely did not want to see you use it that early, but man, we had a pool going where the first caution would be. We thought after 30. Well, our viewers unfortunately thought a lot less, and they chose 10 or less. They got the win on that one. So, but again, I hate to see that you're the brunt of it, man. Hopefully you can get back up there.
I'm sure I can. I feel like I have a fast car. Definitely long run. From practice, the long run was where I strove. So.
All right. Well, get back out there, man. Keep your head up, and we look forward to seeing what you got.
Alrighty.
So that he was the unfortunate driver that got caught up in that down into the inside wall. But it looks like. Go ahead.
Oh, Mr. C right there got a blessing from the race gods because he jumped that start there and got the black flag and then went a lap down. After that, he got the lucky dog. Now he's back on the lead lap.
Oh man, so lucky for him. So it looks like we're about to go ahead and restart this race. There in the backstretch, the lights are off the pace car. Gallman on the inside. Brad Wilson now on the outside. Walter's still behind the second place driver, and now the 38 is going to be behind the lead driver.
Do want to confirm from race control there that that was a claim from the 51.
Alrighty, claim from 51. As we go green flag, hopefully we can keep it green. These guys are going to give it all they got, but I hope they're being careful about it and They at least get a green
There they
flag.
go.
Oh, 71 with a
Good.
huge jump.
Huge.
What?
Ooh.
I don't even think I've ever seen that before.
Oh, they're wrecking again.
No way.
One on the apron.
All right.
No
We're gonna-
caution, no caution.
No caution.
We're going to go ahead and take a look at that real... Oh, man, that's a heck of a jumble up down there. Looks like the 82 knocked the 42 down into the wall, or down into the grass. But he didn't make any contact with anything, it doesn't look like. And he's going to get back out onto the track.
Gallman took off right there at the banner there for his restart, and wasn't nobody expecting it.
No, yeah, I mean, obviously, Cochran, you didn't see a black flag pop up for him, did you?
I haven't seen it. No.
All right,
No.
then it ain't happened. But unfortunately, that's not enough. Brad Wilson is only 1 second behind him. He's going to have to keep it clean for himself to be able to maintain that.
82 going in pits, currently crashed on the backstretch, able to keep it down though, and he's gonna get the damage repaired.
82
there's
of
two in the
Hayes.
pit. There's 2 in the pits.
Well, it looks like we got a nice race between the 69 and the 74 coming up on that 5 car. They're going to be crossing that finish line now, coming around turns 1 and 2. Looks like 74 is holding that line down low. Looks like getting a little bit more speed, but not able to clear both of them. Oh, he did clear the 69. 69 now matching that down low. 5 falling back a little bit because he's holding that line, that high line, but I believe he's probably trying to save some of them tires. As we check up, it looks like the 82 is now coming out of the pits. We have a few drivers that are now lapped down.
Yeah, those are your ones that entered the pits there to repair that damage.
Yeah, of 26 of T. Hagedorn, a 51 of Kernan, 42 of Anthony, 82 of Hayes, and 98 of Aaron Janssen. These guys are going to be battling it, trying to get in the top of the field. The 11 got the 5 right behind him, 24 right behind the 5 with the 13 following up. 5 was able to maintain that speed and get back up in front of those guys.
Like I said, run me my money.
Well, and it seems like he keeps going high a little bit, but he's maintaining. He's not letting anybody they're dipping down low, but they're not getting enough speed to pass him. It looks like he's got a little bit of a different braking point than everybody else. It's working out. As we check up with Brad Wilson, the 89.
Oh, 24 gets dumped.
Oh, no.
Oh, there's a caution. Oh,
As we switch from the 24, caution comes out for Scott. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Looks like oh yeah, looks like the 13 came up a little bit.
Of that wreck, I was involved. I just want to know if he came down to me or if it was actually my fault. If it was mine, then I'll claim it.
I can't. I don't know. We'll go ahead and take a second look at that real fast. And it looks like... It definitely looks like the 13 came up onto the 24. The 24 tried to maintain a line, but he did come down a little bit as well. that's probably going to be deemed a racing incident, honestly, if you ask me. But I'm not 100% sure on that. But as we have our second caution right here at lap 19, these guys are going to go ahead and try to regroup and see if they can get back up to green flag. And hopefully to this stage. So as we have our second caution before stage 30 already, guys, we're sort of getting a glimpse into what may possibly hold for the future of this race. Obviously, we want it to go green as much as possible. What are your guys' feelings up to this point with what we've already seen?
I mean, I think it's going to calm down a little bit because they're kind of seeing what they can and can't do here at the beginning of the race, and I think they'll calm down a little bit. It's getting spread out pretty quick too, so I mean the only racing you really had that was side by side was really that caution there was with Seawright and Yancey.
Just to confirm for the fans out there, that was on the 13. 13 claimed that caution.
Yeah, I figured the 13 went up a little bit. He was trying to slow down, but was just not enough to get down around that corner.
Yeah, it looked like in the previous turn, he had really hugged the seam there between the asphalt and the concrete, and the 24 was expecting him to do that again, and he was a car width or a half a little up there.
Well, it looks to me like the lights are off the pace car. We are going to be going back. Green flag racing. 71 on the outside, 89 on the outside, 71 on the inside. Let's see if the 71 can get that crazy jump that he got on Wilson before. And does he? And he does get a decent jump again. That is a tricky start point right there, fellas.
He did get a good little jump there, but I don't think it was as big as it was the first time.
Definitely not. Definitely not. As it looks like to me, he only got 0.7 on that jump. Last time he got a whole second on Wilson. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to ride along with Wilson real quick and see what he's seeing.
Little driver info real quick for the Yancey, for the 24 of S. Yancey there. Currently in pit, waiting for repairs to be completed. However, there is no notification saying what is required. It's only optional damage as he sits with the meatball. So
it's giving him optional damage, and it's not letting him come out.
Yeah.
Well, I'd imagine we could take care of that. If he's already in the pit, he should be safe to come back out onto the track.
Unless the steering is.
Yeah, that's also true. I can't determine it. That's going to be on race control, but Brad Wilson out here trying to give his run for his money on Gallman from Shelby, North Carolina. He's come out every single week and given him hell. Definitely a great driver out here at GEC. Let's go ahead and ride around with one of our picks of LZ right behind Wilson. He is right on his tail as they're giving it all they got to get up to Gallman. With Gallman almost 2 seconds in head. He is out there smashing it, looking like he's on rails. Has Gallman already punched his ticket?
Yeah, I think he's won twice this season, right?
Okay. And they're doing a great job of keeping a green flag out there. Well, we are 29 laps in, going into lap 30 of this race. Gallman still out front with a decent margin of 2 seconds. Wilson, LZ, Simmons, Marion rounds out the top 5 of this race currently. And right now, we're not seeing as much side-by-side racing as we thought. It's really more of a single file line as they're trying to most likely keep their trucks intact to get to the end of the race. What do you think?
I think that's exactly what it is. Like I was saying earlier, they kind of seeing what they can do and what they can't do, and then nobody's wanting to take a chance to not make it. With that only one fast repair, I don't know how many used them already, but it'd be best to be single file right now and get close.
Yeah, it looks like 5 of our 17 trucks have used their fast repairs already.
Oh, wow, that's definitely a big number. Being we still got, 60 laps to go. Oh,
Wilson
we do get a little
wall.
bit of side-by-side right there with contact on Wilson in the wall. 69 was also on the wall with the 13 on the inside. Walt falling back a little bit, unfortunately. But it looks like he's and the 69 gets dumped into the wall. I can't speculate on that, but we're gonna go ahead and take a look at what happens.
Hmm.
13 gets a little loose down on the bottom of the apron down there. It looks like the 69 hit that wall and trying to come back off of the wall, he came down across the 13. Oh man, that is a terrible accident. Let's go ahead and look at that one more time. As we bring it back, 13 gets a little loose down on the apron, slows down a little bit, but that 69 comes up, taps that wall, and it just right in front of the 13. I don't really think that there was anything the 13 could possibly do. And it looks like Eller has jumped to the pits. I don't
He had
know.
to tow.
Yeah, that sucks. I don't know how that is going to affect the rest of his night. But that puts Marion up front. Gained 14 spots on that. With Seawright behind him, Gallman looks like he went into the pits. So that is going to be our third caution. We're almost halfway through this race. At 45, we'll be halfway. By the time these guys go green flag, we'll be about at 37 laps. We do have a change of position up front. With Marion up front now in that first spot. Seawright is going to be right behind him in second. Gallman now in third. And it looks like Simmons fourth and Wilson in fifth. Wilson's definitely putting up a heck of a fight. Is that him going to the pit?
Wilson
13.
is out.
Oh, the 13 just went in.
Yeah, Wilson and 13 kind of look alike.
Yeah, I was about to say, it does look
Color
like his
scheme.
truck.
That caution was claimed by the 69. The 69 of Eller. So when he's back on the track, he got the EOL, even though he's still in the pits. And 69 Flame.
Well, it sounds like we got a bunch of responsible drivers out here tonight, definitely claiming their cautions and making sure that they take responsibility for anything that they feel they were responsible for. And that's what makes a great race, and that's what makes a great league. And it looks like these guys are double file again. Lights are off that pace car. Marian on the inside, Gallman on the outside.
And it still won't let him out?
Well, Marian's gonna control the pace on this one, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what he's got, if he can get that same kind of jump. Here we go into the restart zone. Green, green, green. We are green. Looks like he got a little bit of a jump, definitely, but Gallman is gonna close that gap very quickly. Got the 74 of Simmons right behind him. And these guys are going to be putting down some pressure. They want those stage points. 71 on the outside of Marian. And he's going to go ahead and take that front spot away from him. But if Mari can hold on to it for second place in that stage, he will be able to get the 4 points that come with it. Oh, we got another driver into the inside wall.
Had the door.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick.
Oh, it looks like he just got a little loose all by himself.
Yeah, definitely did. It doesn't look like he took too much damage on that, though. Thank goodness. He's probably going to be able to keep it moving.
Yeah, because he has already used his fast repair, so he's going to have to do the repairs the old-fashioned way if he has any.
Well, it looks like these guys are out there doing the follow the leader. We got good straight lines out there right at the moment with not a lot of back and forth. We do have the 55 coming outside, but he's not able to maintain that speed to get around him. 36 is going to keep it. Or 38, sorry.
Just a heads up for all the fans out there. The reason why Yancey, the 24 truck tonight, was stuck in pits. The second he started leaving pits, engine blew up. So he is done for the night.
Oh man,
The iRacing update. iRacing update did numbers on the some of the models and the effects that the trucks have tonight, and the repair models and stuff like that. So
Yeah. That sucks.
We're riding along with the 5 car right now up behind the 00 of Walt with Laughing Llama Wraps. Walt's been making every appearance, and every time he comes out, he's definitely surprised me. He's been really performing well.
boys, we're almost at stage.
Yeah, we got 1 lap to go on stage. Gallman up front with Simmons behind him. Marian following up with Wilson and Elzy to complete the stage of this race. Now, this is a rolling stage, so there will not be a caution that comes out on this stage. It does look like Gallman is now 2.4 seconds ahead of the competition.
Yeah, he's walking off. He's gotten his little groove, and it's gonna be hard to catch him.
Now, Gallman does like those short tracks.
Yeah, he does. That's a super late model guy.
Well, he is out here putting on a show right now. These guys are going to have to do something really aggressive to be able to catch up to him.
Top 5 drivers in stage go to the 71 of Gallman, 74 of Simmons, the 11 of Marion, 89 of Wilson, 38 of LZ. Top 5 finishing for lap 45.
So we got 4 truck guys getting stage points. Marion being a cup driver.
Wilson put on the inside of Marion right now.
Yeah, I see that.
Well, we do have a couple of drivers that have also went another lap down. Currently, the drivers that are lap down are going to be Anthony, Eller, Yancey, Hagedorn, Yancey, and Hayes.
They can move in around 5th and 6th place there.
Yeah, it looks like the 55 just took the spot from B. Wilson in the 89. Oh,
Now the
Wilson
74
done-
truck. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you're good.
I was just gonna say the 74 truck is up 6 positions from the start. Marion up 12. Well, he just lost a position there. He's back to 4th, but he's also on tires that are much older than everyone in the field. Twice as many laps on his tires. So the fact that he's holding steady in the top 5 is pretty impressive.
Just a little bit of race chatter right now happening. Marion didn't realize that there was no caution at stage. He didn't realize it was a rolling stage. But he's biting his tongue a little bit, and he's just trying to dig down and wait for the next caution.
Well, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. We'll just have to see how it bleeds out into the race. He does have older tires, and they are putting him under pressure, but currently he still is in the top 5.
Boy, Walt is putting the pressure on Wilson.
Oh, laughing with Llama Raps.
Right there on it. Yeah, he keeps
That's a new
looking
paint
low on
scheme
him
for
in
this
turn.
week.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
I thought I seen he blew up his other one or crashed it and had to run this one again.
Yeah. Running that replacement scheme. It looks nice. These guys are doing a great job of keeping the green flag rolling out here. We got a hell of a battle going between the 89 and the 00. A little bit of contact right there going into turn 1 and 2. Or 3 and 4.
And Marion seems like he's falling off pace a little bit.
Well, and again, I imagine he's going to be pitting around the same time these guys are going to be pitting anyway, so hopefully he's going to be able to get back up there. On the outside of the 89, maintaining speed, 89, pushing hard, and there it is.
Marion in the wall. He's going to get his caution. Ooh.
Collecting a few other trucks, the 5.
5 involved in that, the 89 and the 11. We're going to go ahead and take a look at what happened on that one.
And did I hear that correctly? Did 11 claim?
11 did claim. Yes, that is correct.
$11 up into the wall a little bit. It does look like the 89 came up, like he didn't give a whole lot of room. Not that he has to, but I don't expect that he thought he was gonna scrape the wall like that either. We're gonna go ahead and take another look at that. And as he tried to come off the wall, there was too little space to correct it. He barely missed that inner barrier right there. He almost got away with that. But that is going to cause a lot of damage to the number 5 as well. That had nothing to do with any of it. Unfortunately, the 89 takes heavy damage as well.
Yeah, 11 got up.
Shake it up.
They were running tight, and he got up in that wall there, and I don't know if it was him coming off the wall that made the contact, or I mean, it was tight racing, but
it was
that
definitely tight.
Probably go both ways.
Well, as we got the green flag coming up soon, let's go ahead and pull up a driver. go ahead and pull up Gallman. We got a link with the 71 at Gallman. Jamie up in the booth, you got a copy?
I got you, buddy. How you doing?
Good, good. So it looks like you're putting on a show out there on rails. Highest you got so far was about 3 seconds in the head of the pack. What are your feelings about tonight, and how many cautions we've had? What are your chances of that actually messing you up versus the race itself?
I feel pretty good. I'm riding pretty comfortably. You know, it's just one of those things that you just gotta be patient. Right now, I feel really comfortable here. I think we've actually done a really good job caution-wise. You know, everybody just racing good. I haven't seen any of the cautions. I don't know what they look like, but I'd imagine it's on exit of a corner or something like that, which was my main concern coming into this race.
Well, as we got a bunch of damaged vehicles out there currently that have already used their fast repairs, we're going back to go green flag. We wish you the best of luck out there, Gallman, and hope the best.
Thank you, buddy.
So as the lights are off the pace car, we have Gallman up front in that second spot. We have Seawright in that first spot in the 13. This is going to be his first top. Let's see if he can get that jump and maybe help his end of his race here.
He sure has bounced back from his down one lap at the start of the race.
Oh yeah, he's the one that got that flag. Oh
Yep.
man, so yeah, no, that's awesome to see.
Gallman coming around the outside.
Yeah, Gallman takes it away. Unfortunately, 13 couldn't maintain that front. Gallman gets a heck of a jump.
Jesus. Gallman didn't only just take it. He's gone.
Well, we're gonna ride along with Gallman here for a moment, just to see what he's doing out there.
He's already a second ahead.
Looks like he's getting good grip down there on those exits.
'55 of Ashley's up to third, and he's looking for second right on the bumper of Simmons. Diving low, and he's got it.
The 55 does take that position away from the 74. 74 tries to dive back low to see if he can get it back, but unfortunately the 55 has already gone the line to catch up to our leader, the 71. We're going to go ahead and talk about a couple stats and driver standings at the moment. So currently we have a bunch of drivers on our list. Let me go to the driver standings for this one. It looks like Gallman, the leader of our race right now, is the number one point standing driver for the regular season, with Kyle Simmons right behind him. We have Chad Ashley, which is doing very well tonight in that fourth spot. It looks like number 4 in the standings is going to be Walter, doing really, really well. Brad Wilson in 5th. Where's he at tonight? Right now he's currently in 7th place. Hughes, sorry, my bad. Hughes is number 6 in point standings. He didn't move at all last week. Scott Yancey is in 7th. He actually dropped down a spot. Looks like Aaron Yancey is right behind him in 8th. How many are getting into the playoffs this season, boys?
We got 10.
10? So
10 make it.
So right now, everybody that's in the bubble is Troy Hagedorn and Lee Kernan, and that rounds out the top 10. Obviously, we do have more on the screen. 11, Whitaker. 12, Trudeau. 13 Hayes, 14 Eller, 15 Warwick, 16 Childs, 17 of Blesh, 18 of Anthony, 19 of Park Stanford, and 20 for Seawright, and 21 for Elsie, which both of those guys are on the track, so they should be moving up their spots tonight.
Hagedorn may fall back a little bit here. 'Cause right now he's sitting 26 laps down.
Well, as we bring up the rest of the race calendar, guys, Barrow, we have Atlanta and Nashville next to round out to the finish of the regular season. But go ahead and, if you can, bring up real quick and let's talk. If you could talk to us about the All-Star race and the playoff races.
The All-Star race is going to be at Bristol this year with in the truck. So we're combining both series to the All-Star race with trucks at Bristol. What race we got? Atlanta left and Nashville.
Atlanta and Nashville for the regular season. Yeah, correct. For 9 and 10.
Yeah. Hold on. You got me over here in VR.
No, oh no, you're good. You're good. I'm sorry. But yeah, so race 12 for playoffs. The start of the playoffs is going to be at Texas. Crazy, going to be an exciting race. I can't wait to get out there and see what these guys got. Daytona is going to be race 13, which is always a toss up in the air and follow the dice to who's going to take the win on that one. Race 14 is Iowa. Iowa is a technical track where tires and fuel are going to come into play, and then to finish it off like regular NASCAR does, we're going to finish it at Phoenix at night, and that's going to be a heck of a race as well. Being Phoenix is at night, it's not going to heat up as much, and these guys are going to be able to get a lot more speed coming off those turns.
Yeah, your last 3 races of the playoffs are all night races. So.
Oh, they are, yeah. Daytona, Iowa, and Phoenix. You are correct. So we'll go ahead and switch back over, guys. And it's still our leader, Gallman, out there. He looks like he's about 4 seconds ahead of everybody else at the moment. 4.2 to be exact. Ashley following Simmons up, but even those guys are a little bit of apart. You're talking about a second, almost a second and a half gap between 2 and 3 even.
Yeah, if this thing goes green, I don't believe anybody will be able to catch Gallman.
I know these guys are focused on not causing that incident. Obviously, some of them are rooting on an incident to happen to rack it back up for the end of this race. But with only 15 to go, I really don't see it happening.
Yeah. He's a little over 4 seconds ahead.
I just want to get all the fans out there hyped for our All-Star race, as you guys can interact with us. So during that race, we'll be sending an additional $5 to people in the chat who say the best paint scheme on track. So we're gonna, before the race starts, during practice, we're going to show all the cars. And the chat, you guys watching the race right now, are able to pick on the best paint scheme of that race.
I like that. Give our players and viewers a chance to win a little bit of cheddar.
It's a pretty nice 3-way battle for 4th position. Marion, Elsie, and Walt. They're all driving different lines, getting side by side, but nobody can seem to really conquer and take that 4th spot. Although Marion is getting a gap now.
And
it seems like every time they get side by side, it kind of you pull back a little bit because you get worried that on them exits that you're going to make contact. Walt's going to pass the 38 now. So,
well, keep in mind the 11 had issues with not being able to pit because of the caution, it looks like he's out there maintaining and gaining on third place.
Yeah, he managed to go in the pits and use his fast repair and come back out. He came out and restarted, I think, in fourth, and has kind of sat there.
The last couple of laps, second and third place trucks have been just a hair faster than Gallman in the lead. I don't know if it'll be enough if we stay green, but they do seem to be catching up on speed.
As we have 10 to go in this race at Dover. '89 on the inside of the 38, seeing if he can get that spot away from him for that 7th position. Unfortunately, he's not able to maintain it, or I'm sorry, for that, 7th position, yeah. Oh, 89 into the wall a little bit. 5 goes down low. 5 is going to go ahead and take that position away.
Yeah, the 11 and 00 have been trading fastest lap times back and forth. The last couple of laps, both of them about a 10th faster than our leader.
Yeah, they're running about a second apart from each other here. I think they've pretty much kind of started running this almost identical lines, arching it really high and then, arching down low off of exit.
Yeah. I don't know if Gallman had a twitch there or something, but he's 4/10 slower than second place.
He's now 2.9. Simmons is 2.9 seconds back behind Gallman.
Yeah, if second place can gain 4/10 a lap, he'd catch him on the last lap, but just 2/10 that lap.
Yeah. I imagine Gallman's ate the tires up, but I don't know if it's going to be, if he's not going to slow down enough for them to catch, I don't believe.
Gallman's also fighting traffic back there. 13 out on the track with him. Five to go, ladies and gentlemen. 5 to go. Let's see who can go ahead and take this win. It looks like Gallman's going to have it unless we have some kind of issue before that white flag drops. Keep in mind, once the white flag drops, nothing we can do. No caution will save them unless it's egregious. And then race control will throw a caution if needed.
Since lap 55, it has been super clean racing right now.
Yeah.
Gallman still maintaining that lead of 2.4 seconds in front of Simmons. Looks like he's coming around for the last lap as we speak. And now this is going to be the final lap here at Dover. The Monster Mile. These guys have put on a hell of a show already. Some unfortunate incidents with some of our top drivers, but man, these guys have definitely came out and shown us what they got today. And our winner, 71 of Gallman, making it look easy. Almost 3 seconds ahead of the pack. He comes out and puts on a dominating show, able to keep his position even after that little bit of mishap. Great job by him. We're going to go ahead and get ready for our driver interviews, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by and we'll be right back with GEC.
sweating?
Oh yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our driver interviews for our winners at Dover. Kenneth Gallman taking that #1 spot after 80 hard laps. Gallman, how does it feel to come out here tonight and dominate yet another race in GEC NASCAR Street Limit Truck Series? And tell us what the experience was tonight.
Man, any day you have some short track racing, it's a good day. You know, as y'all saw, as I talked about when we had Martinsville, that's where I thrive. That's where I have the most fun. This track was pretty fun. I ended up downloading it for the first time Friday. Gave it some time last night. Just trying multiple different lines and not really knowing what tires we're gonna do. But all in all, the ride was comfortable, and that's what I look for when I'm on the track. I want to be comfortable. Anytime you're fighting it, that means you're doing something wrong, or a tire's getting worn out, or whatever. It's not good when you're fighting it. But it definitely felt like on rails, and I had a blast.
Well, you definitely look like you were on rails tonight, and we appreciate you coming on and putting on that show. Obviously, you've already punched your ticket previously in another race for the playoffs, and you are currently the point leader in the regular season standings, so not a lot of pressure going into the next couple races before the playoffs. What are your expectations for the next couple races, maybe possibly even the playoffs themselves?
Expectations for me, you know, just continue to do what I'm doing. Learning from everyone that I can learn from and help where I can help. And hopefully, you know, I'd like to get all Street Limit drivers locked in from a win, not just on points. That would be an awesome feat for us as a team. And I have no doubt we can do that. So we'll make it happen.
We look forward to seeing it. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Absolutely. Street Limit, Ray, my teammates, you know, Kyle Simmons and Bradley Wilson. Those two put in a lot of work, and it shows on track. Getting better every week, and we're all pushing each other. When we get into you know, practice sessions, stuff like that, we're racing pretty tight and really pushing the limits. So I want to thank them for their time and providing, you know, entertainment, because it's always fun when you get in there and practice and do that. Laughing Llama Raps, he's provided, Walt over there has provided all kinds of good wraps for this league. You can look throughout the field in Cup as well as trucks and see that, but also when I run my late model stuff, he does that as well, and I love his paint work. My BDRM brothers, you know, Menchaca and Wesley Lynch, they really pushed me beyond the limit. You know, there may be nights that I don't really want to run officials, and then they talk me into it, and then I have a good finish, and I'm glad I did it. So, you know, getting pushed beyond my limits is what I like to do. You know, everyone in Street Limit, Cup, and truck drivers, thank you. I'd like to thank my wife, my son, and last but not least, the good Lord above for making this possible. And I thank you guys for putting on an awesome show. It's always fun to go and watch the replay.
Awesome. Thank you so much again for coming out here, Gallman, and we look forward to seeing you for the rest of the season and your career. All right, we're going to go ahead and talk to our second place driver. Came out and looked like he was on rails as well, just couldn't close that 2-second gap. It looks like he did gain a little bit in the end right there. But Simmons, how was it tonight? How did it feel to be out there and take a second place at Dover?
Oh, it was awesome. I qualified pretty bad. I got, you know, I second guessed myself, got loose in qualifying, almost touched the wall. Didn't pay off, so I was mid-pack and a little worried about the chaos, but ended up avoiding it, thankfully.
Well, as we did get a couple cautions that were unexpected out there, the last part of the race went pretty much green flag. How did that play into you coming in second and given the finish that you had today?
So Gallman and I and Brad, up until he got caught up, were in a similar strategy. But man, Gallman can run the car so much harder with confidence and tire saving, and he just pulled away. So I saved a little more catching at the end. If we had 10 more laps, it might have been a different story. But man, it felt good out there. I don't know, super exciting.
Well, you came out and definitely put on a hell of a show like everybody else did. We thank you so much for all the effort that you come out and put out every single week. Here at GEC, we appreciate all StreetLimit drivers that are going out and putting on clean races and coming out with wins. That is what we love to see each and every week. Anybody that can go out there and put on a clean race and come out with a win is the best race you can have. So we do appreciate it, Simmons, and you and Gallman did a great job tonight. Thank you. Anybody you would like to thank? Absolutely. Anybody? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to thank StreetLimit. I'd like to thank you guys for putting on a great league and broadcast. Walt at Laughing Llama Raps, always. Thank Dusty and last and never least Sydney for always watching the races. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sydney, as well. And we appreciate you coming out, Simmons, and just dominating each race. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're going to go ahead and move on to our third place driver. Last but not least, Ashley in the 55 car coming in podium. Ashley, thank you so much for coming out and putting on a show. How was it tonight, and what was your experience like?
I had a good race. Surprised myself. It just took me a while to get a rhythm. I think I had something for Simmons, but it'd take me, 5 laps to get my rhythm, and then by then he's pulled away. But either way, it was a good race.
Well, as we've seen, the tires and the fuel didn't play a whole bunch of a strategy until that last real stretch of that green flag racing out there. The tires may have played a role, but I don't think the gas played much of a role. How did that play into your finish?
So I feel like on that first run, I was just driving too hard and lost a few positions because of it. So that last run, I tried to conserve as much as I could, but I was I don't know who got fourth, but he had me sweating.
Jay Marion, yeah, the 11 car. We seen him. You guys were back and forth pretty much the whole time. Marion was having issues with tires previously, had to take a pit, but came back out, and he was actually pretty fast. He almost did it. So again, good job for going out there and hitting that podium spot. And we look forward to seeing you every single race that you're out. Anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Just you, GEC boys.
Well, we always appreciate the recognition, man, and thank you so much week in and week out. If there's anything we can do for you, you just let us know.
I appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna be it for tonight. Thank you so much for coming out to watch GECE NASCAR. We're gonna go ahead and see you next time. I believe we will see you guys at Atlanta on January 7th. We're going to go ahead and take a holiday break and be off for about 3 weeks. Thanks again, guys, for showing up every single week, and we appreciate all this support. GEC.
Still tune in on Thursday. Cup Series this week.
Yeah,
Cup
sure you watch
Series.
us Thursday.
Yeah, Cup Series. Definitely come out and watch us on the Cup Series, and then we'll be on break until the first race, January 7th. Thank you guys again for coming out.